Hi, welcome to Dr. Chaudhary Homeopathy. This is Dr. Venkat Chaudhary, Assistant Professor, Senior Homeopathy Consultant. Today, by this video, I would like to share my experience with a case, alopecia areata, with a nice result. I hope you will get something from this case. This video is for the budding homeopaths, enthusiasts, and homeopathic learners. Watch the video until the end. You will get something. Thank you for watching. Coming to the case, patient name some XYZ, age is 8.5 years at the time of consultation. Consultation date 28/1/2018. Address is very near to my city. It's a village. A 8 years old girl. This girl is 8 years old, brought to my clinic by her parents for her hair falling complaints. So this narration all was by the parents only. Some of the questions only answered by the girl. What are the chief complaints here? She has been having this hair falling from the scalp since 4 years. It has started when she was 4.5 years old. Earlier, it was appeared like tiny patches of hair loss. Gradually, the patches advanced to larger area, having very mild itching over the patch. Sometimes, she scratches when in rest time, but never complained while playing and other times. These are the complaints of the girl. Some are narrated by the parents, some are narrated by the kid. Her alopecia areata description. At first it has started as a small patch at vertex region. Gradually it extended to frontal area and back of scalp. She has very mild itching and scratches over the scalp during rest time, but never complained during playing and other times. Only very mild itching she felt. No other complaints over the patch except hair falling. See the pic of the hair lost over the patch. It extended from the frontal region to and vertex region and up to occipital region. Sensation. So I have taken this case according to the Boningason approach. So I have mentioned all the qualities of the symptom. Sensation, mild itching of the scalp. Concomitants, no concomitants to this complaint. Coming to the modalities, mild itching when she takes rest, otherwise no specific modalities like aggravation and amelioration. At the time of case taking, other symptoms which were present: falling of the eyelashes with a mild inflammation of the eyelid, little scurfy desquamation over the lid margins. This is nothing but a blepharitis symptom. The scurfy symptoms, scurfy desquamation from the eyelid margins with the falling of eyelashes. So coming to the mind, mind of the patient, mind of that girl. Since baby, she is very friendly and vivacious child. She mingles with everybody, the neighbor children, and plays with them. She shrieks when she gets angered by the behavior of the other children and shouts them with anger. She likes to wear boy-like dress, always shirt and pants. She plays and quarrels always with the boys of the neighbors. Though she behaves with them friendly, sometimes quarrels with the boys of the neighbors. This all looks like boyish behavior. Some kind of bravery tinge in her behavior. She doesn't have any inhibition to go out with the patch of hair loss. If anybody makes comments over the hair loss patch, she doesn't take it into mind seriously, because usually children, they take it as a disadvantage. They feel inferior in front of other kids, but in this kid, that tinge of inhibition, she doesn't have any inhibition to mingle while playing, and she doesn't show anything. Coming to the history, there was no observed or known causative factor for this hair falling. Only one thing, the parents revealed that childhood vaccination done. Since childhood, she has been getting frequent colds on eating various foods like sweets, ice creams, etc., used to treat by allopathic medication. At 4 years of age, she has gradually been losing the hair with mild itching. Recent 6 months, she has been suffering with eyelids inflammation, that is blepharitis. So this was the history given by the parents and by the girl. Coming to the physical generals, hunger, feels hungry but she can tolerate. Thirst, she drinks moderate quantity of water, that is 3 liters may extend if she played more. Food and drinks, no specific desires or cravings or aggravations from the food and drinks also. Bowel complaints, rarely she skips, but stool is normal color and consistency. Urine, watery color, sometimes straw color when she plays more under the sun. Usually the color comes from the dehydration while she plays under the sun. Coming to the sleep, good sleep, sleeps at early time, waking up with a refreshed feel. Thermals, nothing specificity in the thermals. Fast history, she suffered seasonal colds during childhood and had taken treatment with allopathic medications. Childhood vaccinations done, but the parents could not describe what were the vaccinations they have done to the kid. No proper history for the vaccinations, but they have done some kind of vaccination. So coming to the discussion of this case, alopecia areata, it has described in the medicine textbook as an autoimmune disease. So in this case, I could not find exact causative factor. At the age of 4.5 years, it has started. I have also taken her mother's pregnant period history. She had suffered with anticipatory anxiety with financial problems, and I suspected vaccination might have changed the immunity pattern. Along with this, she has been deworming with albendazole tablets in school at interval of 6 months regularly. This was the program conducted by the central government, albendazole program. So coming to the analysis, hence there was no obvious causative factor, but I suspected and considered her mother anxiety in pregnancy period, and vaccination at children might have manipulated her immune system. So then that manipulated immune system turned into the autoimmune disease. The medicine should cover both of these possible causative factors along with other rubrics. Those were my hypothetical causative factors, but I have included in the drug selection also. So, by the analysis of the case, I have taken following rubrics. From the mind chapter, mannish behavior, I have combined mannish behavior of the girls as well as mannish behavior of the women. I have taken as a general rubric. Mind vivacious, mind from the mind chapter, shrieking, shouting during anger. From the mind chapter, element from anticipation. So elements from anticipation I have taken from the history, pregnancy period of the mother. Generals, from the general chapter, vaccination elements from, there was a rubric. From the locals, head air falling from the vertex. And there was a rubric of eye, inflammation of the eyelid margins called blepharitis. From the repertorial result, graphitis, it covers 8 symptoms and has given 15 marks. And sulfur 11/6, arsenic album 10/6. So I have selected graphitis for this case. I have started the case with the 30 potency and I have given the 30 potency medicine 3 days for 3 doses. So this is the graphitis, the crude material of the graphitis before potentization. Here graphitis covered the generals as locals also. I had prescribed graphitis 30, 3 doses per day for 3 days. First consultation, first prescription was 28 January 2018. The next prescription, the next consultation, no significant changes, but again I dispensed the same medicine. The next consultation they have come in the February 26th after 1 month. Baby hair spotted in the patch, eyelids inflammation also decreased. Then I prescribed placebo. See, the baby hair is growing at the spot. March 9th, she got coryza after ice cream eating because summer season. She ate ice cream with the fever 99.4 Fahrenheit. So I prescribed arsenic album based upon the fever symptoms. And after that, 14th of the February, the fever and coryza subsided. Baby hair growth continued and I repeated the medicine graphitis 200, 3 doses for 3 days. And again she has come 28th of the March. Patch has shown more growth of the baby hair. Graphitis 1 ml 1 dose. Patch is covered. See the patch. I advised her to observe the parallel growth. I advised the parents to get tonsured. So they tonsured the girl, the baby hair and U-equal growth and parallel growth of the all hair follicle of the head, scalp region. You can observe the baby hair on that patch and advised then for the tonsuring. So improvement continued at the July. The patch is covered with the hair growth and prescribed the Saclac. See the thick hair of that patch. They have followed treatment follow-up up to the year ending December without recurrence of hair fall. She has followed me up to the 2019 March, up almost 1 year. After that, she has not followed me or consulted me. I hope she had not reported any hair falling or eyelids inflammation. See the pic, the comparative study of the before, during treatment and after treatment. So this is the case. I hope homeopathy can do something in the cases of autoimmune diseases, in case of alopecia areata. I think this case could help for the homeopathic budding practitioners and learners enthusiastic. Thank you.